On the news around the world tonight, federal government opens military operations to media coverage. Oyo APM governorship candidate joins special Jumat prayers for Orire hostages. 35 killed as gunmen raid airport in Niger Republic. Good evening and thank you for joining us on the news around the world. I am Josephine Oluwabumi, and on the sign language corner is Shakirat Ogundeji. The federal government is considering a new initiative that would allow journalists to accompany military personnel during selected operations. This is a bid to improve security reporting and give the public greater insight into the realities of counterinsurgency and other internal security efforts. The Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, disclosed the plan at the National Security Summit organized by the Nigerian Union of Journalists in Abuja. Represented by Special Advisor Rear Admiral Olusonya Bankole, the minister said the proposed arrangement will foster closer collaboration between the media and security agencies while promoting transparency in military activities. General Musa noted that the media plays a strategic role in shaping public perception of security operations and national stability, adding that security management now extends beyond conventional battlefields. The federal government has said the transfer of sentenced persons agreement with Ethiopia aimed at repatriating incarcerated Nigerians is in line with the citizen diplomacy framework of President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bianca Odumegu Ojoko, stated this in a statement issued today and signed by the Special Assistant on Communication and New Media in the Office of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Magnus Eze. She described the agreement as an important diplomatic milestone that prioritizes the welfare of Nigerians in diaspora and reflects ongoing efforts to intervene in cases involving Nigerians facing difficulties abroad. The minister further dismissed a purported list circulating on various media platforms regarding the names and number of Nigerian inmates in Ethiopian prisons as fake, insisting that Nigeria does not have 136 inmates in the country. Ahead of the 2027 general elections, concerns have been raised over the level of voter education and grassroots mobilization by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, with stakeholders calling for intensified civic enlightenment to address growing political apathy among Nigerians. The concerns were expressed by legal practitioners Safaudin Sani Esquire and Olamiji Martins Esquire while discussing the topic political parties, deregistration and appeal court order on BCOS television current affairs breakfast program AM 120. The development came after the affected political parties challenged the decision, raising fresh debates over electoral laws, constitutional powers, and the protection of democratic participation in Nigeria. The legal practitioner, Sharafaddin Sani Esquire, explained that the Electoral Act empowers INEC to deregister political parties that fail to meet constitutional and statutory requirements. Another legal practitioner, Olamiji Martins Esquire, maintained that the power to deregister political parties resides exclusively with INEC and not the courts. They expressed optimism that the next general election would be free, fair, and credible, citing improved legal oversight and ongoing electoral reforms as positive indicators. As Ekiti State prepares for Saturday's governorship election, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has assured voters of its readiness to conduct a free, fair, and credible poll. The resident electoral commissioner, REC, in Ekiti State, Bumi Omoseyindimi, urged eligible voters to participate confidently in the electoral process, stressing that the Commission remains committed to delivering a transparent and impartial election. During preparations for the exercise, Omoshayindemi said INEC had resolved all logistical challenges and put adequate measures in place to ensure the timely deployment of personnel and election materials across the state. He also highlighted the close collaboration between INEC and security agencies through the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, ICCAS, noting that the partnership is aimed at guaranteeing a peaceful and secured voting environment. The REC further disclosed that the INEC result viewing portal, IREV, would be deployed during the election to enhance transparency by enabling real-time upload and public viewing of polling units' results. As efforts continue to secure the release of teachers and students abducted by bandits in Oriri local government area of Oyo State, special prayers have been offered for their safe return. The prayer session, which was attended by the governorship candidate of the Allied People's Movement, APM, in Oyo State, Honorable Abimbola Adekombi, was held during the Jumat service at Modinatu Ilmin Central Mosque, Akinwumi, Iwo Road, Ibadan. Aman Adebayo Abdurrafi reports.
Concern over the plight of teachers being held captive by bandits in Orire local government area of Oyo State has continued to attract reactions from various stakeholders at a special prayer session held during Jumat prayers at Modinatul Hilmi Central Mosque, Akinwumi, Iwo Road, Ibadan. Islamic clerics and worshippers offered prayers for the safe release of the victims and lasting peace across the country. The Jumat and special prayers at the governorship candidate of the Allied People's Movement, APM, in Oyo State, Honorable Abimbola Adekombi, and the Oyo State Commissioner for Energy, Professor Dahoud Shangodoyin, as dignitaries present. Delivering the sermon, the Chief Imam Al-Mudir Ajigini spoke on the theme, Religion and Humanity, emphasizing that genuine religion must promote compassion, justice, and concern for fellow human beings. According to him, any religion devoid of humanity cannot truly be regarded as being from God, noting that humanity remains an essential component of religious practice.
Humanity is an appellage of religion. Religion teaches humanity. Any religion that doesn't teach humanity is not a religion from God.
The cleric also called on governments at all levels to intensify efforts towards securing the release of the abducted teachers and students, while strengthening measures to address insecurity across the country. He further advised political office seekers to make only promises they are capable of fulfilling, stressing that failures to honor pledges is contrary to the teachings of God.
They should please do more about the children and the people in captivity. We know they are doing their best, but we want them to put more effort so that those people will come back safely to their families.
Speaking after the prayer session, the governorship candidate of the Allied People's Movement, APM, in Oyo State, Honorable Abimbola Adekombi, said his visit was aimed at worshiping with Muslim brethren and seeking divine guidance and intervention for both his political aspiration and the release of the hostages. He expressed optimism that through prayers and collective efforts, the victims will regain their freedom.
Is to pray for the safe release of the abducted teachers and children. So we came at the solemn time to pray, Friday of prayers, and to pray for the release of the children and teachers that are in captivity. And lastly, we come to pray and to pledge that we have what we call intention, that God will grant that intention and allow us to be good to everybody, irrespective of creed.
The gathering concluded with special prayers for peace, security, and the continued progress of Oyo State and Nigeria. Adebayo Abdurrafi, BCOS News.
It's time for a short commercial break. Please stay tuned.
Wearing many hats takes a lot out of you. You always need all the nourishing goodness you can get. Especially if you're someone like me that is a foodie. The ultimate meal companion.
A PhD student.
rich in B vitamins for focus. Yes, we all need it, because every side of you deserves to be nourished.
When malaria knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys!
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria. Attacking the parasite army directly to give you express relief and get you back on your feet effectively. Comel on. Malaria gone.
The joys of life are found in moments. Moments that makes us wonder, then fill our hearts with laughter. Moments we risk it all for a craving, but the reward makes it all worth it. Moments when you remind everyone of your greatness. Moments when you feel like you need a hero. Then you realize you're the hero you've always needed.
Collect 10 unique moments and win big in the My Indomie Moments promo.
Welcome back. In today's fast-paced world, many people find it increasingly difficult to maintain a healthy lifestyle due to demanding work schedules, family responsibilities, technological distractions, and the constant pressure of meeting daily obligations. As a result, healthy habits such as regular exercise, balanced nutrition, adequate sleep, and effective stress management are often overlooked. Staff reporter Olubomi Lawal reports.
Healthy living involves making conscious choices that promote overall well-being. It includes proper nutrition, regular physical activity, adequate rest, good hygiene, mental wellness, and the avoidance of harmful habits. Experts say adopting a healthy lifestyle not only helps prevent diseases, but also improves productivity and enhances quality of life. Speaking with BCOS News, a medical expert, Mrs. Shegilola Aderemi, emphasized that healthy living remains essential for sustaining physical, mental, and emotional well-being. According to her, beyond eating a balanced and nutritious diet, healthy living also entails maintaining social connections, engaging in regular exercise, and nurturing positive relationships that contribute to overall wellness.
You talk of healthy life. You want to talk of the physical appearance of that individual, the social aspect, and the mental aspect. These three things must be complete for somebody to live a healthy life. You must be able to relate with people around you at any point in time, both adults and children. If you are able to do this, you will be getting a very good life. You live healthy. You are free with everybody. Even if you eat, if that physical aspect is not well taken care of, and that physical aspect goes beyond just skin, let me just be okay like that. You must be able to exercise yourself, do things freely, move freely, things that are expected of any normal human being. There's some profession where you need to sit all days, like if you are an accountant, you can sit for 24 hours without raising up your head. It affects them.
Mrs. Aderemi further advised individuals to develop daily routines that encourage healthy habits, including balanced nutrition, regular physical activity, adequate rest, and emotional stability. She also urged families to support one another in maintaining healthy lifestyles, noting that strong family bonds play a vital role in promoting emotional well-being.
And there are some things we do that will affect us, like smoking, drinking alcohol. All these things will affect us, and they have their own disadvantages, and these ones can lead to, it can shorten one's life. But if you are able to cope, live a healthy life, about eating habits, once you can monitor the way you eat, you don't take too much sugar, you don't take too much fat. You see your health practitioner regularly, they counsel you and tell you, and once you guide against it, like taking all these sugary things for an adult, is not advisable. Once you start going to the hospital and taking drugs all the time, it goes a long way. And this will not, it can shorten one's life. But if you can put everything together, it lengthens one's life. in one's life, we live healthily.
Despite challenges posed by busy schedules and modern-day pressures, health experts maintain that healthy living is achievable through conscious and consistent lifestyle choices. They stress that adopting healthy eating habits, staying physically active, managing stress effectively, and getting sufficient rest can significantly improve overall well-being. Ultimately, small but consistent changes can yield lasting benefits, enabling individuals to lead healthier, more productive, and fulfilling lives. Olubomi Lawal, BCOS News.
Life expectancy continues to rise globally. Concerns are mounting over the growing incidence of elder abuse, a social challenge that often remains hidden despite its far-reaching effects on the health, dignity, and well-being of older persons. Experts say many elderly people experience different forms of abuse and neglect, often from individuals entrusted with their care. Falashade Akintola reports on the growing concern and the urgent need to protect the rights and dignity of senior citizens.
Older persons, old age is expected to be a period of comfort, care, and fulfillment after years of contributing to family and society. However, for some, it has become a period marked by neglect, emotional trauma, financial exploitations, and social isolations. According to World Health Organizations, elders abuse is a violation of human rights and a growing public health concern affecting millions of older persons across the world. According to the World Health Organizations, elders abuse is a violation of human rights and a growing public health concern affecting millions of older persons across the world. In Nigeria, changing family structures, economic challenges, urbanizations, and the gradual erosion of traditional support systems have increased the vulnerability of many elder citizens. Speaking with BCOS News, a social worker, Mrs. Monsurat Olayiwola, explained that elders abuse often occur within homes and communities where elder persons are expected to receive care and protections. She noted that some elderly persons are denied access to health care, adequate nutrition, and emotional support despite having relatives capable of meeting those needs.
As a child, we need to take care of our elders very well. We must know how we will be taking care of them. Maybe we'll give them money or buying food stuff for them. Maybe 2 weeks, you buy their medication as at when due and all their needs. We should always go and check them, maybe every weekend if it is convenient for us.
Human rights advocate Comrade Kende Akinyemi also observed that societal attitude towards elder persons have changed significantly over the years. He maintained that addressing elders' abuse must begin with proper upbringing, value orientations, and renewed respect for elderly.
Best advice we want to give to children is to ensure that they take proper care of their elderly ones. And we advise parents of the young generations of nowadays to give them home training that will imbibe the spirit of taking care of the elders. Nigerian government should also think of providing some welfare packages for the elderly in order to make them live a better life.
Religious and traditional leaders equally emphasize the need to care for older persons, describing them as custodians of wisdom, experience, and knowledge whose contributions remain vital to community development and social stability.
It is the government that's supposed to come up, especially in form of corporate social responsibilities, to assist these elderly people. The elderly people are suffering greatly this time around. It is only corporate social responsibility of the government that can take care of that.
All our young ones, children, should not be far away in taking care of their parents because they are going to get old as well. And when they get old, their own children too. So the law of karma will apply.
Try by all means to give them the respect. Make they didn't look at how they are, because all our young elders, all of them are billionaires. So they believe in the money they have. So for this, if you believe in the money you have, the money will be pushing you where you didn't expect. What I will advise them, make they respect elders anywhere they are.
Stakeholders are therefore advocating stronger social protection programs, improved healthcare services, effective legal safeguard, and increased public awareness of the rights of senior citizens. They also call for policy that promotes financial security, social inclusions, and quality care for older persons, ensuring they live with dignity, respect, and a sense of belonging. For Lashade Akintola, BCOS News.
Another time out. Please don't go away.
Everyone, no put your ears, make we talk. Time don't reach to rearrange this house to give us small wisdom. Sounds mighty fresh now, but in our own, I beg no be so. Before I go talk, say our smile no reach. Make not think I'm twice so. Ever heard of Colgate, the #1 oral care brand in the world?
Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection unlocks 24 hours cavity defense. The formula boost with calcium for lifelong smiles.
Mom, it's a time to brush. No more cover mouth. Because Colgate, that's who do yaga with your smile.
Colgate for 24 hours maximum cavity protection.
Wearing many hats takes a lot out of you. You always need all the nourishing goodness you can get. Especially if you're someone like me that is a foodie. The ultimate meal companion.
A PhD student.
Rich in B vitamins for focus. Yes, we all need it. Because every side of you deserves to be nourished.
Thanks for being there. Mobile phones have become an integral part of modern life, serving as vital tools for communication, business, education, and entertainment. With growing dependence on technology, however, questions are being raised about how long people can function effectively without their phones. Our reporter Bimbola Shawande sought the views of residents on how long they can stay without their mobile devices, and the report is presented by Olugome Lawal.
In today's digital age, mobile phones have evolved beyond mere communication devices to become indispensable tools for work, commerce, information sharing, and social interaction. A Vox Pop conducted by BCOS News revealed differing opinions among residents on the possibility of staying without their phones for any significant period. Some respondents said that they will find it extremely difficult to stay without their phones, citing their importance for business transactions, customer communication, banking services, and access to timely information. According to them, mobile phones have become essential to their daily routines and sources of livelihood.
I can't stay without my phone. I do a lot of things on my phone. I work, I watch movies.
I'm always with my phone.
Others, however, maintain that while mobile phones play important roles in their lives, they can comfortably stay without them once they have completed their daily tasks. They explained that they are able to set their phones aside and concentrate on other activities without feeling overly attached to the devices.
My phone should be put under control. I rarely press. I use it when it is necessary.
I'm not using my phone for business, actually. My phone is precious to me because most times if I want to get any information through my phone, that's what I normally use.
Many respondents acknowledged that mobile phones have revolutionized the way people communicate, work, and access services, making everyday life more convenient and efficient. They, however, emphasized the need for responsible usage to avoid excessive dependence on technology and to encourage more face-to-face interactions.
I'm actually into filmmaking, so I post gigs every day and I create content.
The money you can láti fi get àwọn nǹkan tó bá wrong sí mi, láti fi mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe lọ ṣá lórí social media.
If I'm charging it, I can stay at least for 2 hours without pressing the phone. I do business, communication, interaction, and sometimes I use it to educate myself.
While opinions varied, most respondents admitted that staying without their phones for an extended period would be a major challenge, given the central role the devices play in communication, business, social networking, and access to essential services in contemporary society.
The remains of the 7th President of Christ Apostolic Church, CAC Nigeria, and overseer, Pastor Abraham Akionshu, has been laid to rest with a call on Nigerians by the incumbent CAC President, Pastor Samuel Olusegun Oladele, to remain steadfast in their service to God and humanity for the sake of eternity. The funeral events commenced on Tuesday and came to a close on Friday with outing and Thanksgiving service at All Saints Chapel, CAC General Secretariat, Anubua Bashono, Ibadan. The report is presented by Oyeshile Oloyede.
That was the remains of the 7th CACS president, late Pastor Abraham Olukunle Akinosun, being lowered into the grave at the colorful burial service held at the deceased residence, Ifeoluwa Airport area, Alakia, Ibadan, and presided over by CAC President, Nigeria and overseas, Pastor Samuel Olusegun Oladele. A short sermon preceded the burial from Pastor Aboderin, who extolled the virtues of the transited CAC President, late Pastor Abraham Olukunle Akinosun, urging the congregations to accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. At the outing and Thanksgiving service held at All Saints Chapel, CAC General Secretariat, and Lugba Bashorun, Ibadan, the General Superintendent of Christ Apostolic Church, CAC, Pastor Emmanuel Odejobi, in a sermon called on the congregation to always remember that death is inevitable, charging them to serve God and also do good at all times.
For others to reap, and yet Dada declared of his boldness, prayerful, cheerful giver, and so on and so forth.
In a chat with newsmen, the president of Christ Apostolic Church, CAC, Nigeria and overseas, Pastor Samuel Olusegun Oladele, who said he had known the deceased in the past 53 years, described him as a genuine leader who was humble, kind, and deep in the knowledge of God, saying he will be greatly missed.
A man of humility, a man of simplicity, a man of the word, very unassuming yet very courageous, very bold. We are going to meet him. He's a man of many parts.
The CAC president, Nigeria and overseas, advised the CAC members across the world to be focused in the service of God. The chairman, Burial Planning Committee, Pastor Gabriel Dada, expressed his delight over the burial program, which commenced on Tuesday, thanking the CAC authorities for their support, which he said contributed to the overall success of the events.
Man of authority, bold and ready. He sacrificed his time, his life for the church.
Some of those who spoke with BCOS News include the deceased first son, Pastor Taiwo Akinosun, family members and close associates in CAC, who said the deceased will be missed. Thank God for a fulfilled and glorious life in the service of God.
Humble, a man who have the spirit of humility. Some people believe Baba was a bold, courageous man. So to everyone, Baba, is whatever, to everybody is what to do.
The CAC General Evangelist, Ezekiah Oladeji, led a special prayer for the Akinosun family, while guests were later entertained at private center in Ibadan. Late Pastor Abraham Olukunle Akinosun transited on 22nd March at the age of 81. Evangelist Bukola Akiade Shewele Jesu entertained the guests at the reception, while CAC National Choir was also not left out at the outing and Thanksgiving service held at the CAC General Secretariat, Ibadan. The burial program were attended by eminent personalities from far and near.
Time for another short commercial break. Please stay with us.
Of course now, they use money points.
Confirm. Money Point, made for your progress.
The joys of life are found in moments. Moments that makes us wonder, then fill our hearts with laughter. Moments we risk it all for a craving, but the reward makes it all worth it. Moments when you remind everyone of your greatness. Moments when you feel like you need a hero. Then you realize you're the hero you've always needed.
Collect 10 unique moments and win big in the My Indomie Moments promo.
In today's fast-paced world, staying ahead demands peak performance from our bodies.
Like never before, our bodies need an optimum supply of essential nutrients, and Supermalt supports our daily nutritional needs.
Supermalt has 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and natural extracts for overall health and wellness. One Supermalt a day gives you energy and vitality, improves your mental performance, and supports your immunity.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, enriched with 95% pure vitamin C and pulp extract. For visibly radiant and even-toned skin in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, for your shade of beautiful.
You're welcome back. We now move on to our sports desk.
Good evening, you're welcome to the sports segment of the evening news. My name is Toby Ajewale.
Nigeria is set to host its national trials for the 2026 Commonwealth Games from 20th to 22nd June 2026 at the Yaba Tech Sports Complex in Yaba, Lagos. The 3-day event will serve as the official selection championship for the athletes, aiming to represent Nigeria at the Games scheduled for 23rd July to 2nd of August 2026 in Glasgow, Scotland. Top stars expected to compete include Chukwuebuka Enekwechi, Fakorede Adekelu, Tyler Johnson, and Ogundiran Blessing, alongside other elite and emerging talents. The National Sports Commission has pledged a transparent and competitive selection process to ensure Team Nigeria fields its strongest squad for the Games. And in women's football, Nigeria's Super Falcons remain Africa's highest-ranked women's team after holding steady at 36th in the latest FIFA Women's World Rankings. Despite back-to-back friendly wins over Senegal earlier this month, the reigning African champions could not climb higher globally. Nigeria sits comfortably ahead of other African sides and head into the 2026 Women African Cup of Nations in Morocco as strong favorites, chasing a record-extending 11th title. South Africa remain the closest continental challengers in 57th globally, while Ghana has 60th, host Morocco as